the girl accidentally dropped a bean. The stepmother started to physically abuse her. This was not the first time the girl had been hit. Her own father didn't give a damn about her. She had thought about telling her teacher before, but when the teacher saw the bruises on her neck, she didn't want to get involved anymore. Feeling helpless, the girl decided to call the police, but none of the officers were willing to believe her. In the end, the police sent her back home. As soon as the stepmother opened the door, the girl trembled in fear. That smiling face had become her nightmare. Yet the stepmother pretended to apologize and hugged the girl, speaking words of apology. This made everyone think she was a loving mother. But after the police left, the girl was forced to kneel in the corner as a punishment. Stepmom wasn't going to let him off the hook. She called the girl into the bathroom and unleashed her anger through a brutal beating. His sister's screams scared the boy from making a sound. He covered his ears tightly with his hands, but no matter how hard he tried, he could still hear his sister's screams. On that day, the stepmother suggested sending the children to an orphanage, but the father disagreed, because the two children were their source of income, with monthly government subsidies and donations from social welfare agencies in their names. If they were gone, the couple would have to get jobs. The stepmother became angrier the more she thought about it, so she brutally beat the girl again. Helpless, the girl took her brother and went to a child welfare agency, but they were greeted by an unemployed lawyer. Can't help them at all. Out of sympathy for the girl, he took them out for burgers, took them to the zoo, and taught them to draw. It was the first time the two children felt some warmth from adults, and they even became dependent on it. But unfortunately, the man received a new job offer at that time. He had to leave. The siblings were reluctant, because the man had given them love they had never experienced before. He promised to come back soon to see them, and even gave the little brother some money to buy burgers together when he returned. In the end, the girl asked for the man's phone number, hoping to hear his voice when she missed him. Unknowingly, she had already come to see him as family. But when the two returned home, the stepmother discovered the man's business card. She thought the girl wanted to report her, so she beat the girl brutally again, causing the girl's eardrum to rupture. After hearing the news, the man rushed to the hospital to visit the girl. The girl held his hand, hoping he could take her and her brother away from that home. But as a lawyer, he wanted the girl to protect herself through the law. But the girl was afraid, as she had tried many times already, and each time it only resulted in even harsher beatings from the stepmother. Whenever she remembers the look in his stepmother's eyes, she couldn't help but feel terrified. But what she didn't expect was that her cowardice would lead to even greater tragedies. On the night she was discharged from the hospital and returned home, the little brother took out the money and said they would have burgers the next day. But the stepmother saw it. Little brother hid the money behind his back, but the stepmother claimed that the money in his hand was stolen from her wallet. Tell him to hand over the money. In her maliciousness, the stepmother violently pushed him to the ground, then called the girl over.
동생이 잘못한 걸 누구 책임이라고? 혼내 그럼. 내가 다.
The girl dared not resist, so she hit her brother lightly with her hand. But after hitting him, she hugged him and cried in pain. The stepmother dragged the girl aside and proceeded to slap the little brother repeatedly. The screams echoed outside the door, reaching the neighbor's house downstairs. But everyone had grown accustomed to the children's screams and didn't pay it any mind. But in the end, the boy was beaten to death by his stepmother.